Right, we should have audio now. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to the OK channel. Today we have my quarterfinal matchup versus Jeff on the Fremont Reformation. This one is going to be a very interesting matchup, I would say, because Jeff's doing Jeff things, whereby he loads up his one mega ship with lots of things. So we'll see a lot of transporter things at some point. So I'll just head over into the board now and bring Jeff in. So hello, Jeff.
Hey Nick, how's it going?
Good, good. So yes, this should be a good matchup. Really tricky how we tricky to call this one, I think. But yes, right. We'll just get straight into the game. As I said, you'll see that on Jeff's list we've got two lovely sovereigns and a saber, but we're going to assume that the USS Sovereign will be gaining a few extra crew along the way, because the Musashi is the buff ship for the Sovereign. So it's it's a natural pairing, but making a super sovereign takes a bit of deft handling, which Jeff is no stranger to. So
Yeah, in my first game, I had to. Well, part of transporter room is you have to disable 2 shields on each ship, and that's terrifying to do
I can
when the
imagine.
enemy fleet is steaming down towards you. So if I sound nervous during the game, that's why I don't like dropping those shields.
Yes, of course. In my case, Riemann Warbird with a 6 forward might be a little bit daunting, but
Yeah, I have noticed that.
yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, I think we should roll off for initiative. I can't see it being a particular issue, whichever way it goes, but we'll find out.
I have 1.
I have none, although I wouldn't.
Ooh,
I'd call that a pretty good roll for a naked roll.
yeah, mine too.
So
Can't complain.
yeah, let's hope the dice are similarly buffed up later on. So
So when
oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, when do we do your ambassador? I guess that's once the ships are placed.
So Vreenak is once the ships are placed, but I believe your task force is that now?
Oh, yes. I will choose Romulan as the faction.
Are you
Thank you
sure
for
about
reminding
that?
me. It's tempting to try something else, but I think I might actually need it. So it'd be a little over cocky to go Klingon or something like that.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
I don't
I
think
think
there's anything else.
we'll allow it.
Yeah.
But yes. Okay. So I don't think we need to represent that in any way. We'll just you heard it here. He picked Cardassian, so we'll go with that.
We have audio evidence.
Yep. Right.
Strangely provided by my opponent. Yeah.
So
all right.
Initiative.
I will.
Blue player.
I'll place a planet, and I'll place it right about there.
Okay. I too will place a planet,
and
I will place mine. Yeah, I'll go there. Do we do an obstacle each as well?
Nope. It's either a planet or 3 obstacles. It's at UK Nats. You also place an obstacle, I think, but not here.
Okay. A couple of my other games, I think we did end up placing an extra obstacle, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fun too.
I will lock those 2 in place, and then it will be placement of ships. I have 2 Captain Skill 1s, so that is me. And we will go with the science vessel first. Ooh, I know what I should do. Sync the dials, or actually have dials. So
Yep, I did that. I see you provided me with a special thematic damage deck here. Thank you for that.
I had done, but it looks like you got your own. So I don't actually have a sort
Either
of
one worked.
specific Federation one. So
Well, that one was pretty good. That was clearly a Fed ship blowing up, so I like it. But we'll go with the root beer deck
I think
this
so.
time.
All right.
All right, so ship placement and then Dreenac, and I guess
Let's go
that's
timer
it.
as well. There we go.
All right.
Perfect. Right. Yes. So science vessel. Just go in the middle. No, we're not actually going to go in the middle. Yes, we are. Luckily, you don't have Dala, so
Yes,
I don't have to worry about
no
my own
risk of
mines for a change.
that. That must have been quite an experience.
Oh, it was bizarre. So bizarre. Right. Tao Xiao Scout. Alright, that's my
You got a
ones.
9 and 10 over there, I think.
Yes.
Sad to say. Yeah, 9 and 10. Yes. All right. You happy with your placements?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just kind of sit out the action for 4 or 5 rounds over here, if you don't mind.
I mean, you can try.
Okay. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Scimitar is gonna go. Hmm. No. Alright. And that's all 3 of your ships done. So Sealer. Perfect. Let me sync that one up. And that one. the other ones when I need them. Actually, I'll grab them now.
Okay. Oh, the panels are different. I didn't notice that. I haven't done. Well, I don't really like using the panels. I like using the templates.
I use them for the straight maneuvers, but I much prefer using the templates for the bank
Right.
maneuvers because
Right.
you
More
can't
freedom. Yeah.
fine tune it very well.
Sure.
So, right. So I think now it's time for Vreenak.
Yep.
Which of course I need to choose one of your ships, don't I?
I'm gonna deny. So
No
I
matter
don't care
what
what.
ship I choose.
Yep. Yep.
Well, you would have been the first person to accept if you had accepted. So yeah, no, I guess extra attack dice for me for the rest of the game.
I'll save you the trouble.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So far, nobody accepts his negotiation.
Yeah. Even though
Okay.
you're the only Romulan in the field, that's funny.
Exactly. It was funny in Nationals. Obviously, me and
Yeah.
Jed both
Yeah.
having
That's good.
Vreenak.
Must have been made for some serious attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever got it in first. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jed.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Map.
Ooh.
Thought I'd go backwards for a change.
Okay.
Oh God, that's a bit bright. Give me something. No, tempting, but need something a little bit. Oh God.
This is nice ones. I like them.
Yeah.
I like the variety in colors. I don't care what you pick, but I haven't ever gone backwards, so I never make it to these.
Slightly tempted by the green glow of the.
And the wreckage near the planets, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Or I don't even know what that is.
It looks like. Is that like Klingon
Looks,
D7 hull or something? Maybe.
what it says to me is smashed Romulan ships. I don't know
Okay. Well.
why I think of those, but
Oh, actually, no. I got to think about the stream here. I got to think about what pops on the stream best. I need probably something a bit darker so that the ships show up a bit better. Actually, that one. I'd say that one probably pops the best.
okay, sure.
Okay, right. So we've done Vreenak. Do you have you have nothing else at the setup phase? Do you?
I don't think so. We covered my task force commander thing.
Yeah. Right. I guess we go into dials then. So yeah,
Sounds good.
let's have a look at the dials.
All right, let's see. Saber is that one. Sovereign is that one. And what's my other ship? Musashi. That sounds like a good ship.
All right. So your dials are
I
down.
have I have a activation phase thing I want to do.
Okay, so I'll start the timer, and then
Okay.
you can go ahead with your activation phase. So yeah, good luck.
All right. Good
And
luck.
off we go. Go for it.
All right. I'm going to flip my card under McCoy, and then I'm going to use Bashir to take off 2 of those time tokens. So I'll just put 1 time token on Mares.
Okay.
That wasn't very exciting, but that's my activation phase thing.
Sounds good. Okay. So it's me to activate first at Captain Skill 1. Tal Shiar Scout is going to do a 4 forwards and cloak. Where's the cloak? There we go. The Romulan Science Vessel is going to do a 4 forwards and cloak. And that is all she wrote at the moment. Oops.
Okay.
Yep.
My fleet, I guess. So my saber. We'll do a 1 straight. And as my action, I'm going to send Kirk and his elite onto the Sovereign, which means I have to disable 2 shields on both ships. And then my, that's the transporter room action.
Yep.
As on the Will's card there. Okay, and then my 7, Nechayev, will move forward, and let's give her an evade. Just in case I miscalculated with that Sayla's thing you've got there, that monstrosity. And my 8 will also go forward 1. And I'm going to swap. I'm going to use the transporter room action, so I'll disable 2 shields on that ship and the remaining one on the Saber. And I'm going to swap Esri for McCoy.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alright, so the Super Sovereign building has begun. Alright. In the meantime, the Scimitar is going to do a 6 forwards. Eventually. And we will cloak, naturally. And I think I'm going to stay there for now.
Okay.
And since your ships have moved, I'm not going to do any more actions. I'm good, I'm happy there. Sealer, on the other hand, is going to do a 1 forwards and cloak. And
I was expecting something a little more dramatic from her. So I'm happy.
I will stay put and not do anything with her either.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Combat phase, we have nothing. End phase, no, just your token and time token, isn't it?
My shields all go back up. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's planning, activation, combat, and end phase done. Initiative flips. Round 2. We'll just go straight into dials.
You won. Oh, are you dropping mines?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting round, this one, because
Yeah, for
even just in
sure.
round two, certain maneuvers could decide the game. You know.
Yeah, I have noticed that. I'm sad to say. All right. Okay.
Uh,
Um, I have some
oh,
activation phase left to do.
let me just double check one of my maneuvers.
Sure. Sure.
How do I look? And I'll just flip it over here. Yeah, that's right. That's the one. Okay. Yeah. So, what you got?
You don't have anything? I don't even know if you have activation phase things
No,
here
no,
started.
I'm all good.
Okay. So I don't need to check for you. All right. Well, I am going to trigger Kirk to give me a battle stations action on Nechaev's ship and make that a 9. I should, yeah. And I am going to, I'll use Julian to take 2 of those time tokens off and just put 1 on Kirk.
Okay.
And I am going to trigger calculating to make me a 13 for 1 glorious round. Let's see if it does me any good.
Okay. So, my Tal Shiar Scout is going to do hard 2 to the right, and I'll just take an evade.
Okay.
My science vessel will do a 4 forwards. Hmm.
Looks nice and safe back there.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? Uh, I'm going to attempt a sensor echo.
Okay.
Probably won't work. No, it's the science vessel. Why have I got that the wrong way around? Oops. Okay, seems to be that one.
Looks like a 1 would fit, but a 2 won't. I guess maybe a 2 forward. I don't think so. But
So
you
one
try.
forward left. There we go. That suits me better, so I'll leave that there.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm next up at 9, so you've got your 6 and 8 next.
Okay. My saber will do a 1 bank left, and I'll hit everyone with Task Force Commander. Reminder token. I don't think I can get a target lock in anyone. Nope. So I will just be content with my +1 and +1. And then Picard will go next at 8. He'll also do a 1 bank left, and he will give battle stations to everyone, just in case they need it this round. And Esri keeps him from getting 2 time tokens, so I'll just put 1 on him for now. That is it for me.
Okay.
My 6 and my 8.
Right. So scimitar. It's going to do a 3 there. I will then take a free sensor echo.
Jed says hi, by the way.
Hey, Jed. This is a tricky one.
Yep, take your time.
I think I will not sensor echo.
Yep.
And instead I will do a battle stations and an evade as my actions, which I
Okay.
believe, so Shin's on. Yeah, I'll do a battle stations and then an evade. So I think I'm going to regret that. Sealer, on the other hand, is going to do a 4 forwards. Or at least she's supposed to. Let's try that again. There we go. Off she goes. Sealer is going to take a free sensor echo.
Might I suggest a left one?
Let me just check something on. Yeah, I'm going to do a sensor echo. Using the 1 template.
Yep.
In.
I was joking about the left. But I guess he took it to heart.
So that's unlock that. Yeah, we'll do that for now. And so that's a free sensor echo. I will also take an evade as my action. And I'll just place it now because Laris will give me the battle stations as well.
Okay.
Alright. Moment of truth. Can that sovereign around that planet quickly? I know you've got Strickler, so you could either be doing a very long straight and curl it in,
Yeah,
or you could be curling it in and then
that might
using
work.
Strickler. So
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was keeping my options open and
turned it.
thereby burned my calculating, but too bad.
Okay.
I was ready whichever way you went, but you didn't go. So let's see. What should I do with my Strickler here? I don't think there's much I can do that's very productive. Can't target lock your cloak ships.
Is that range 3 there?
Yeah, that's stream 3,
Okay.
I think. Um, yeah. Hmm. Not sure what to do here. Guess I could do a Strickler somewhere. Nah, I'll just sit here content.
Okay. So, is that end of activation, is it?
Uh, yeah, I don't think there's any combat, so all
Yeah.
the way to the end.
Okay. So, planning, activation, combat, end phase. Take away the tokens.
But I'm afraid the guessing game doesn't get any easier here.
Yeah, I know. Right. Planning phase. You won't be surprised to hear me drop some mines.
Okay. I will put a range 2 thing out from my ship just as a general sense here.
I should be able to gauge it, to be fair. Its main
Okay.
issue is going to be the saber, I think. So if I
That's
just
that's why I put those out here because that's range 2. Oh, I see. Just do it relative to mine. Okay.
I'll just draw a little there or thereabouts. I'll fine tune it in a minute.
Okay.
But there we go. Just something to go off. Right, now I can look at my range 2. I will pop both mines. So let's get
I
both
thought you
of
might.
these up. And I think what I'm going to do is just cover as much options as possible for me. So for this one, I think it's going to be something along there. Let's double check that's in for me.
Yeah, I guess my other ships don't matter, do they? Because they're lined up just right. It's only the saber that does it.
Yeah, that's Okay, so that's good enough there. And then on the other side, let's try and stretch this out as much as I can. So I've got a bit more wiggle room there. That is just out. Just in. Okay. And that's out. And they're both out. Okay. That one's
Let me
locked.
just double check. I think I agree with you, but just double check. Looks good. Looks good. And that's good.
Yeah. Okay. That is mines deployed. Okay, right. Let's dial it up then.
All right, so back down to a 7. Oh, I guess I should take my pentagonals off. Back to normal. That's nice. So if you start off in mines and then you go through them and get out, the mines don't trigger, right?
Yeah,
Which is
so if
where
you started the
trigger
turn
actually.
in the
Yeah.
mines, yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's a little unfriendly to grain mines, but I guess I can just ignore them.
Oh yeah, Federation, you've got shields.
Yeah.
I've usually got pretty poor mine throwing, so
Okay, that's early. Yeah, I didn't really bring any of those Federation tricky extra shields, though, but that's okay. All right, how are we gonna do this here? Hmm. This free target log that Task Force Commander gives me is not helping much. Maybe a little later. All right. I'll go with that.
Yeah. Okay, we'll try that, I think. All right then. Round
I'm going to do my
3.
customary Kirk thing.
Okay.
I'm token on to Kirk, Julian, all that stuff.
Bumps you up to a 9, doesn't it?
Yep. In case that matters.
You never know.
And I think that's it.
Okay. So, Romulan science vessel. Just going to do a hard one and take an evade. And the Tal Shiar scout will do a 1 forward and also take an evade.
Yep.
You're 6. Ugh, can't get it straight. There we go. Right.
Phew. Sorry. Okay, I will. What will I do with my action? I guess I'll do Task Force Commander again. I'm glad I didn't bump there, by the way. I wasn't sure. And with my Picard, I will head towards the mines, sadly. And I will Picard battle stations all around. Where'd that go? Oh yeah. I have my Kirk also gave me a battle station. So I forgot to say. And that's my 6 and my 8.
Okay. So my 9 before your 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Thankfully.
So you've probably seen it. You know, there's that meme picture where there's the dog sitting in a room of fire saying "I'm in danger" or "This is fine." Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like
That one.
I feel like the scimitar's a little bit like I'm in danger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going
Or
to
the
I'm
the
going to
Simpsons kids sitting in the bus.
that's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right, I'm doing a hard 3 to the left, which I know won't clear, but I'm hoping that what it will do.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
that was closer than
That
I
was
thought.
close.
Okay, so what I'm hoping to do though is to give myself such an angle that I can in no way be caught by Strickler.
Okay.
And I mean Strickler, not Nechayev. Because we all know who's driving that bus.
I thought you meant the Strickler effect.
He does have that effect, doesn't he? Right,
Okay.
let's get this puppy turned. Oh,
So when you say go, I will lift the template.
that is not as much of a turn as I was hoping. Okay. Right, are you happy with that? That's the best best that I can do to keep both the front and the back aligned.
Yeah, that looks well done, actually.
All right.
All right,
Yeah,
taking it away.
that is as close as I'm gonna get. I think should be okay unless you've gone very fast, which I would be surprised. So yeah, Scimitar gets nothing, and now we wait to see what Strickler's up to.
Okay, you mean the Chev, I think. You
No,
may have
I'm gonna
misspoke.
keep going Strickler because, like I said, I think it's the Strickler show on that ship.
Okay, is that so? Uh, well, I will let you know what Nechayev did, which is a one bank left and getting a little scary there, but okay. Hmm. Hmm. So if I were to Strickler, that would be interesting. That might well work. It would tag me with mines, which would be a big bummer. But it sure is tempting. I don't think I can resist that temptation. Okay. Now let me eyeball this a little bit. Gosh, that sure looks like it'll work. Hmm. All right, so let's see. I have a action and then the possibility of a free Strickler action. Yeah, I think as my action, I will uh, scan. I think there it is. I don't know. That that bank looks pretty tempting. I think I'm going to do
Go for it. I'm just as curious as you.
it. um,
Curious or nervous, one of the two.
I don't think it's going to do wonders for my mine avoidance, but all right, let's see what happens. So I'm going to take a free Strickler Sovereign fleet action thing,
Here we go.
and
Ooh, I think
oh
I
no, no, in
might
arc,
just be
I think in
safe.
arc I'm okay. Oh no, I guess arc is you're right.
It's
Well, at least I get to run into the mines.
it's going to be point to point, isn't it? So it's going to be that point to that
Yeah,
point.
yeah, it's the closest in forward arc. It's clearly through the climate. Yeah. Oh, I see. Um, it's not closest forward arc, but it's still through the planet.
If
Yeah.
so I'm unlocked, and yeah, so it'd be like that.
The other way to think about it is well, I guess you're probably not going to want to hear this, but you're tangent to the circle, and so the only way that there's a straight line is if I'm up. I don't think the angles will allow for it, but I would have to be up there
Yeah.
for you to not be protected closest to that one. So yeah, you, I'm afraid, are blocked. So I guess I will roll my mines. Ooh, I did have another thing I could do, huh?
Oh, you better not be able to do another maneuver. I'll scream.
No, I shouldn't have taken my scan. I could have I had other options, but that's okay. Okay.
Oh, have I got a roll for mines?
Yep, please do.
So does the scan that you did, does that count?
Ooh,
Or do you have to do
Uh,
the scan action when you're heading onto the like? So
I think
you trigger the mines now. Now you have the option to scan. Is that right, or is it because?
I think we might have a. Why don't you pause the clock and I'll
Yeah,
check the rules real quick?
I got a feeling that it's not just having just the presence of a scan token isn't enough. You have to actually initiate the scan action, don't you?
Because I don't think multiple scans help with um like further dice reduction. I don't think you can do that with cloaked mines.
Yeah.
So it's not about the presence of a scan. But I think what the ruling is, you can do something. You can take an action, either a scan action or a or like Chulak or something that gives you a scan token, but you still have to do that at the time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing someone was watching it. Yeah, there's Brian. I figured. I did. Yeah, I know I did it in the wrong order. I noticed. Um, yeah. So I don't think I don't think I can reduce.
Okay. My
Uh,
dice rolls are notoriously bad anyway, so
yeah. Yeah.
okay. We have
Okay.
that's actually better than usual. I'll keep the timer going then. So that is just 2 shields off of the Sovereign.
Yep. Sounds good.
Um, I are you done with your actions of the Sovereign, or do you still have things you can do?
Nope. I don't have anything else I can do
So
except sit
it's
here and
Sealer's
get
time, is it?
attacked. Yep.
So Sealer is going to do a lazy one forward because I wanted the option to disengage if needs be.
Hmm.
I will. Uh, question is. I'll take a free sensor echo. Yeah, just take a free sensor echo to there in the hopes that I've reduced it down to range 2.
I'm like, so. But maybe. What would that do for you?
What would that do for me?
Yeah.
Oh well, I haven't done it anyway.
Oh.
It would just give you one less dice. That's all.
Oh, okay. I think
So
the
what?
mine's obscure. I'm not sure. I mean, give me an extra die. I know.
Oh yeah, exactly. So you're going to get a lot of dice from this anyway. So I think you're going to be okay, if I'm honest. Don't know whether to use Sealer's ability to get me in a better position or not. Don't think I'll get much better than that. Yeah, I'll. I don't know actually. Yeah, no, I'll stay put. And then my actions will be: I'll take a target lock on the Sovereign. Oh, and I'll also take another Sealer's Warbird apparently. And then
That.
that's my so that's my normal action. So then we move into the combat phase, where Laris gives me a battle stations token as well as an extra dice. And I think that's going to be the only shot coming, isn't it? Well, actually,
Um,
we haven't checked actually your sovereign on my Tal Shiar scout. I'm a little bit nervous about that one.
yeah, it's out of range.
It's out of range, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Sealer.
I'm gonna check range one more time.
Oh yeah. All right. Sealer's gonna take a shot on the sovereign. So we have the
Yeah.
Dominion
Everything
War
on them.
retrofit, which replaces the ship's primary weapon value, so it makes it a 4. So we've
Okay.
got 1, 2, 3, 4 to start off with. Laris gives me 5. Vreenak gives me 6. And additional weapons array gives me 7.
Okay.
So let's roll them and see what we've got. Okay.
Okay. Hang on. I have my scan thing I can do, right?
Oh yeah. So that would change. Is it a battle stations into a blank?
Oh, you have a target lock on me. So I do all my conversions before you do any conversions.
Yeah.
But you do have the battle stations. Yeah, I'll spend my scan and I'll change that to a blank.
Okay. So I will target lock 3 of those. Oof.
Hmm.
Which leaves 4 hits and 3 crits. Now, you'll roll in quite a few yourself, I think, aren't you?
I hope so. All right. The sovereign ability gives me +1, so that's 2. Um, there's also range 3 and attacking through the minefield obstacle. I think gives me another +1. And yeah, that thing. Uh, wait, so
So it's 4, is it?
the range bonus is not part of rule of 3, which is why you can get an extra one when you're attacking at range 1. So I think I might roll 5. 1 plus firing through the obstacle is 2. Task
Oh,
force
yeah.
commander is 3. Sovereign is 4. And so +3, and I get the range 1.
Yep, that's
I
5.
think I get 5, which is ridiculous for this ship, but I guess I'll
Not
take it.
not going to argue with you for that. That is ridiculous, but you've also got
Yeah.
a few
Yeah.
re-rolls in defense as well, so it's not.
Yeah. Okay. So let me work those out. I have a reroll of a blanker at battle station. I have a saber ability with 2 ships at range 1, so I convert a blank to a battle station, and I think that's it. Merely that. Okay, so I'll roll the 5. Perhaps it won't be quite that bad. That's pretty bad. Okay. So I can convert a blank to a battle stations from the saber ability. And I can reroll a blank from the Federation prototype ability. I guess that's it. So I will reroll my blank here. And I'll spend the battle stations to
So take
take
3
3
away.
evades.
So it should be. How many shields have you got left?
3.
So it is 3 shields off and 1 crit on the hull.
Okay. I guess I can't complain. That could have been a lot worse. Well, we'll just wait. I'll wait and see. Ooh. Okay.
That's not too bad considering you get your battle stations from
Yeah.
other means.
Right. Right. All right. Well, if I was, well, let me look at this
Um,
Musashi.
for
Yeah.
the I finally remembered. I'm going to use advanced cloaking to
Sure.
stay cloaked. So take an orcs.
That's fine. If you're at Nats, you would probably have to do it because it says before rolling any dice, but that's fine. I know it's your standard thing on that ship.
Oh yeah. Is that the same with the
Okay.
scimitar?
I don't know. Advanced cloaking says before rolling any dice. I don't think the scimitar says that.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Well, if my Musashi was a little closer, I could take a pot shot at something.
So is that end phase?
Because I could still add one hit to my roll, even if I'm going through a planet. But I'm a little too far away from the Musashi. Yep, I got nothing.
Okay. End phase. Tokens come off. Right. Next round is very scary.
That round was scary. In case you didn't notice.
Yes, definitely. I don't know. I feel like you're still, well, still very much in this. Still
Yeah.
very much could go either way. All it takes is one little. All it takes is getting caught by that sovereign.
Right.
All right. So dials.
Hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm no longer in range of uh, hmm,
So is Kirk on cooldown at all or not?
uh, no, last round he was, but I did my bank. It took me out of range, so
Gotcha.
he
So
was already down to one.
when you activated him, you would put the 3 on. Julian took them off because you were at that point in range, and then the 1 came off in
Last
the end
time,
phase.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, yeah. But this time, I may have to use that trick where I can get in range next round and still
Yeah.
manage to do it. Okay. Um, I have to think about that one. How likely is that really? Yeah, I think this round I will not trigger Kirk. So we'll just go. Wait, is that going to mess up? No, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I won't trigger Kirk.
Okay.
And calculating is long gone, so I got nothing. You may do your ones.
Okay. So the easy one: Romulan science vessel. They'll orbit around the planet. Take an evade. The Tal Shiar scout's a little bit more tricky. Do a 1 to the right and then a sensor echo forward right 2. So there.
Okay, I
Okay,
guess
now
it's
it's
me.
yeah. Ooh.
Whew. Okay, good. First
Mines.
task successfully done, but yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think it's a good time to scan, so I will go ahead and scan. Yes. So I'm going to
Okay. Nothing.
lovely. Okay. So I guess it's my whole fleet basically, isn't it? Because I didn't do my thing.
Yeah.
All right, Nechayev.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Good.
Actually gutted I didn't go with my original maneuver now. I was just going to 3 bank straight into the fight, but I got nervous.
Yeah, that's what I thought you would do. Um,
That 3 bank could have possibly bumped. I don't know. Maybe.
I am going to. I'm gonna hit Sayla's with diplomacy. So neither of our ships can attack this round.
Okay. Is there anything else I need to do, or
Nope, just Sayla's. Oh, we cannot attack or be attacked.
okay? What about cloak tokens? Does that count?
Oh, you're right. Uh, Discard all tokens from beside your ship and the target ship except for opposites. Yes.
That counts
Yes.
as well, does
So
it?
what that counts as well. I forgot about the tokens thing. Usually play. Okay.
Yeah. But I presume my shields don't immediately go back up until the end of the end phase anyway, do they?
Yeah, I think that's all. I'm not sure. It's not gonna matter because no one's attacking me.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I guess it's a no. It's a question of whether you can cloak or not. Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe they come back up
I think
between. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
I think they come up because like that's how Chekhov works. If you remove your cloak token, you can
Gotcha.
get your shields back. Yeah,
Okay.
that's important because it's a question of whether you can cloak or not.
Mhm.
Because you need active shields. Oh, Brian says you have no shields.
I have no shields.
Yeah, I'll trust that. They don't come back. Don't come back. Yeah.
So I can't recloak this round.
Right.
Okay.
Too bad. That would be nice time to attack you. But
Yep.
I guess I won't be
So
doing that.
what's next then?
Thanks, man. Oh, sorry, my 8.
Yeah.
Who probably is also going to run into mines. Um, I I guess I will. I guess I'll take the strict roller and give myself a 1 bank right. Oh, I'm sorry. We got to do mines first. Yeah,
Oh
let's
yeah.
do mines right away. I will not. I will not spend
Two shields.
those things. So I'll give myself a 1 bank right.
Okay.
Whenever do me much good, but I'll try it. I already took an action because it was not free. So that's it for my fleet.
Okay. Just to confirm, do you take a second lot of mines now?
No, the mines can only attack once per round.
Okay.
If it was Verderon, it would be twice. But there's a core rule saying mines can only attack you once per round. Each ship,
That's
each
funny.
minefield, each ship. Yeah.
I played it a bit differently against Jed. I actually triggered the mines twice in the same round because you know how the mines were against me as well.
Oh yeah, right.
So
Oh well.
Sealer drove onto the mines and then did a
With all
sensor
their
echo, and I
echoing.
took a second lot of
I
mines as
see.
well.
I see. Yeah.
So that's good to know. Right, the scimitar is doing a 6 forwards, and I will then do a free sensor echo
Twice.
back this way, I guess. Actually, I'm going to do a slightly shorter one. Put it there so I can. Okay, and then I don't think there's nothing I can do, so I'm not going to do any extra stuff with that. Sealer is going to do a 1 forwards, which will clear the orcs.
Yep.
Can't cloak, which means I can't sensor echo, which means no battle stations, so I will just target lock the Sovereign, I guess. And that is all she wrote for that one. Yeah, that's all I got. So, combat phase. Pretty sure Tal Shiar Scout's nowhere near. I think I've got to be within range 2 of my own ship to give the token, haven't I? So
Yeah, that was fortunate because RSV was just outside.
right. So it is a range 2 to the Sovereign from my Sealer's Warbird then.
Oh, they can't attack.
Oh, it can't attack. Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that. Should have target locked the Musashi. Okay. And actually, no, I should have target locked the Saber. Well, I'll take a pot shot at the Saber, why not?
You can't attack.
I can't attack anything.
Right. You can't attack or be attacked. So my sovereign can't attack your scout. Same thing. We're under diplomatic whatever for the whole round.
I see. Okay. Alright, and so it's your Musashi is the only shot of this round then, isn't it?
I think so. It's a long shot, but I guess I have type 10, so that'll help. What do we have here? Musashi has nothing useful except type 10. So roll +1. So I roll 6, and I can convert 2 blanks to battle stations. That's useless. All right, well, I guess I will just roll 6 dice and hope for the best.
6 naked dice against 6 naked dice.
6. Yeah. Oh, wait, I have a saber ability, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be useless as well. Blanks to battle stations. Yeah, I keep running into that with this fleet. It is overly dependent on battle stations if I haven't Picarded. All right. I will just roll 6 dice. Hope for the best.
Ooh.
And I'll convert that to a battle station, which is useless. Okay. 2 hits and a crit.
What's range? Is that range?
Yeah, sorry.
Range 3. Okay, so 3 standard plus range +4 for the cloak.
I guess I didn't scan, right? I took a
Yeah.
Okay.
So 8 dice. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm alive. Barely.
Are you?
Yeah, so you got 3, and I've got 4. So I've evaded 1. So I just take 2 shields.
But you're cloaked.
Oh yeah. Hit crit. Kills me. Well. Who'd have thought you'd get that type of roll from 8 dice, but...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tal Shiar Scout.
You don't have anything, right?
No, that's it. So... she's dead.
Wow.
And the crit was a damage sensor array. Huh. I was expecting that, and then I wasn't expecting that. So, end phase, nothing, and then planning phase. Oh no, yeah.
We rolled mines on the saber, right? Or did we? I think. Yeah, I scanned and you didn't get anything.
Yes, I got nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
All right, shields come back up on the sealer. All right, dials.
think check that later. Boy, I don't know what to do here.
So for those of you watching at home, that's time. So we've got one last round.
I'm realizing I didn't do that strictly right because I could have taken the action with my free one and still given it to the other ship. Oh no, but then it was in before it. Never mind. Sorry, I know I'm taking a long time here.
No, no, this decides the game. This one doesn't it really?
Yeah. All right. I guess I have to do that. Just don't see anywhere I can run. Um, Not that I'm necessarily running, but that is how it feels. Okay, so that one and that one, and I guess that one. Mm, yeah. All right, I'll just do that.
Okay, here we go then.
I'll do my Kirk thing. And I don't know what's going to happen here, but I guess you don't know either, do you?
Not at all. There's a
All
few
right.
certainties in this round, but the outcome is definitely not one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that all the activation done?
Yep.
All right. So first things first, we will do the Romulan Science Festival. Get that out of the way. That's going to be a hard one to the right. And I'll take a sensor echo back right. Let's see, back right 1 or 2, because there is the saber. Back right 1, I think.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter if I kill that ship or not. If you kill one ship, then you win. If you kill
Actually,
no ships, then you lose.
do you know what? I'm going to go forward right 2, actually. Whatever, there we go. Alright, so that's the easy one out of the way. Now it
Oh, yeah.
is your 6 and 8.
All right.
Here it comes.
And okay, Strickler's range 1 to 2, so I guess yeah, that does not get me where I want to be. There's that scimitar to worry about too. All right, I'll take my fleet action, 1 bank right. That was puny. All right, roll those dice. I don't think that was a good call.
bit perplexed, if I'm honest. Trying to get in range of the scimitar or out of range of the scimitar?
I was trying to hide behind the edge of the planet, but it did not do what I
There you
wanted
go.
it to.
That's my consistent dice rolling for mines. Nothing.
That one, that might have been a. No, it was a point. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Musashi. I did wonder if you'd be doing the reverse.
I thought about it,
Yeah,
but
thought you might have. Okay.
then I would be in the. I would be in the mines.
True,
And
but still, it gave me enough to think about to.
yeah. I guess I'll. I guess it's not an up a card.
Okay. My 9 before your 9?
Yeah, if you've been keeping track of those things, I have not.
Yeah, so my scimitar is going to do best turn it can do, but it's not going to be enough. So it will do that. It'll take a 2 sensor echo.
Ooh.
Like this.
Oh, I still get to move though.
Even with that, it doesn't really matter, but still, not a bad turning circle.
Yeah, that's impressive. I have to admit, I did not think you'd get back in the action at all.
Yeah, 6 forward from there, then it's like where scimitar's straight back in it. But I've got 2 actions. I'll just take a target lock on the sovereign for shits and giggles. Whoops.
In case I backed up, yeah.
And then 8 battle stations. So wherever it is. Yep, there we go. So that's the scimitar. And now the biggest question of them all: where's the sovereign going?
Okay.
There.
These distances I'm traveling are not impressing me. Scimitar was on me too.
Yeah. And you got those 2 battle stations as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I used up my fleet action there, so guess all I can do is take an evade.
Okay. So Sealer's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Sealer will do a 1 bank left. I will cloak.
You have your choice of targets, I'm afraid.
I will do a... Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't see there any negative for this. So what I'm going to do... I'll take 2 sensor echoes, I think, if I can. So what I'll do... I'll do that, and then I might be able to get into range 1 with my second one, I think. Yeah, should be able to. So this one's the first one. Oops. Okay. And then, ooh, I might not make it with the second one. We'll see. Since it's the last round, and we're just trying everything at this point. We're going to do a forward left to see where that ends me up. So that's Sealer's Warbird, forward left 2. Okay, what about forward left 1?
Oh, because the second one can't be
There we go.
right.
Yeah, second one has to be a straight. And I believe... Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So that does that, but that doesn't really matter at this point. And then we move into the combat phase where Laris gives me that and a battle stations. And then we just go my dice against your dice, really, don't we?
Yep. I'm not getting a lot of dice.
So let's see.
I think you get 8 dice.
So we've got definitely standard of 4. Then we've got the range 1, Laris, Vrenak, additional weapons array. So yeah, 8 in total. Okay. See what we get. Okay, it's not too bad. Spend the target lock on the 3 blanks. And then I'll spend the battle stations for 8 hits.
Well, I don't know that I'm going to survive this. So the Sovereign gets me +1, so I'm rolling 2. Plus I have an evade, so that's not going to do it. Because I only have 5 whole, right? Oh, I already have a crit. Yeah, never mind. I probably couldn't even have I couldn't even take an evade, by the way. Because of my damage sensor, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
All right. I will block 1 of them, but I will take 7 damage.
Well,
and then
you could re-roll that, obviously, with the
oh, yeah,
prototype.
the prototype.
And then you could spend the battle stations.
Sounds good. I will do that. Still die. And then it'll kill me. Well done.
Is that?
I don't know.
Is that game?
Yep. Oh, yeah. I don't have any reverse things. Doesn't really matter even if I did. I guess I could come about with me. Yeah. I'm not killing any of your ships.
Right. Your diplomacy really threw me. That was tense. I always suspected that my Romulan science vessel and Tal Shiar scout floating around might one day be a potential game coster. And when you took out my Tal Shiar scout, I thought, oh, that's it. I'm going to lose this literally by 17 points because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know.
I thought you were going to save your Strickler when you pulled the saber, used the Strickler on the saber, because I do wonder. I mean, I would have pulled some shenanigans to try and get my sealer in range, but I don't know. Maybe if you'd been able to pull it around the planet, perhaps.
I don't. Oh, up here, yeah. I don't know if I can do that.
Then again, I was also tempted to double down on the saber as well, because I thought, it's only got 6 HP max as well. So
yeah, what did I do? I did a 2-turn. I thought about So that's where I was.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if yeah, I couldn't come up with anything good to do, to be honest. I thought about turning into you. Maybe you would go past me.
Mm.
I thought about overcommitting to one side in case you committed, but I didn't see that anything would work. You're saying I could have, yeah, the other thing would be to launch for the planet and hope I can jump over it, but obviously
No, so I think
you were able to
if
take out another ship too.
if you'd done what you did with the saber and just left it there, um, I still would have probably chased the or tried to chase the sovereign. So you could have, if you'd saved your Strickler, you could have used it on the sovereign to get the sovereign around the planet and potentially safe. That's what I think, maybe.
Yeah, but by then you'd see that you can go after Strickler. I mean, you can go after the Saber because I
Yeah. So that's if I knew I couldn't catch the sovereign, then yeah, I would have gone after the saber and tried to one shot it. Although I don't know, you had what, 2 defense dice, so yeah, as long as I got max hits,
on
and
what on the Saber.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's another possibility. Is I don't know, sticking together and trying to just count on my stuff for that because you can only attack one ship.
hmm
But yeah, there was no point going after your RSV because I won anyway if you didn't kill any ships, and I lost anyway if you killed any of my ships. So I
yeah,
don't know, something unpredictable, maybe reversing into the mines or something. But
but
I don't know.
you successfully
Yeah, your
kept
scimitar didn't
you
do much, did
did absolutely nothing for the whole game, really. Um, I guess it made a effective, wouldn't say lure, I said, although by rushing it up at the start, I guess it made you pop your calculating early, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that would have been nice. I never got to do my double attack thing, and I could have maybe I don't know if I could have taken out your sailors or not,
Yeah,
but
if your sovereign had ever caught either of my ships, I don't think, especially when they were while they're cloaked, they're not
yeah,
super defensive or anything, so they wouldn't have stood up to 2 attacks from the
not
sovereign.
not the double attack. Yeah,
No, so that was mission from the start. Don't ever get caught by the sovereign. I'd rather sacrifice a good position and effectively sacrifice the scimitar for the entire game, not firing, in order to not get hit by the sovereign.
yeah,
But
yeah. I was disappointed you didn't echo at the start there with your scimitar to one side or the other of the planet. I guess I think I would have been able to get you on either side.
yeah, absolutely. I
That would have
was
been worth burning my calculating.
yeah.
But man, that sail is hard to track down if I have to hit it.
That's kind of
So I
why
don't
I
know.
that's why I slow roller, because she still has so much range, even a one forward or a one bank. So I don't know, where was I? I was over here or something, and I mean I still could have, if the Musashi wasn't here, I could have been a bit further along. So it's yeah, she's that double sensor echo. I must admit it was a bit of a blow when I realised that I couldn't do a double bank
Bank.
sensor
Yeah,
echo,
yeah,
but I've throughout the tournament adapted to the fact that okay, I can't do double bank, but I can still do 2 sensor echoes, and that is still, it doesn't matter what order I do it in. I can do a straight and then a bank, or a bank and a straight. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, she's
yeah. So
MVP.
maybe I had a chance of turning into you so that you overshoot and you can only get turned around a little bit, but I don't think so. If I could have popped over you, maybe, but I don't think so. So I could have done a 3 hard left with a saber.
Mm.
Uh, you can still get face through it. Because the fact that you can't do 2 banks means you're not
I mean, when you were around this
universally able to
area,
point everywhere.
I did
I guess you
wonder.
didn't even.
I wondered if you were going to go for a bump and try and
Yeah.
because correct, yeah, I wasn't cloaked, was I either? So I wouldn't have been able to re-cloak, which means I wouldn't have got Laris or the battle stations or anything. So I would have been.
Yeah, that's
So
a good point.
I thought maybe the
It,
saber might go here to protect the bump, and then you might have reversed to Yeah,
Mm.
basically.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah, it looked to me like a two left with with a like a two hard left with the saber would have bumped. I don't know about a two bank. I didn't think about that. I did think you were going to do a one bank left with sailors to keep your options open.
It's the only
Um,
way I could really think of going. Yeah.
Although then your scimitar could maybe have taken me out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I I was totally ignoring the scimitar in the last round, and that was probably unwise. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
would have been nice to pull out diplomacy on the very last round, but it worked well when it did. Got me out of trouble.
absolutely. Um, and I definitely misread it before this game, so I thought it was one of those ones where it was just like the two ships in question couldn't target each
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
not
I don't
both
remember
ships
what that
can't
one is.
do anything.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, that was that definitely caught me off guard. But
Huh.
yeah, okay. Well,
All right. Well, good game. That was
yeah,
fun.
no, cheers. It's
Good old guessing game.
it was yeah, very very close. I mean, it really was. It was I won it in the last dice roll, um, and
Easily. But yeah.
yeah, but no, well played. I really had to just play so cautiously against your list. Okay, all right. I'll
I
just
th-
do the outro now, and then
okay.
okay.
Good luck in
So
the playoffs.
thanks a lot, and thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll try and stream the semi-final whenever that gets organised. But for now, thanks for watching, and see you next time.